It had never been so blatantly clear as in this example here I'm going to show you today. So, for context, recently there was a change to Rocket League which insisted that if you want to keep playing Rocket League, and this is a game that's been on Steam for many years, if you want to continue, you have to now log in through an Epic Games account. Epic Games is the company that owns Fortnite, Rocket League now, many other games, the Unreal Engine, and that company, Epic Games, is 40% owned by a Chinese technology company called Tencent. And Tencent have a reputation for collecting data from the people who use their software. China is a totalitarian communist regime, and that information going to Tencent is effectively going to that Chinese communist regime. So it's quite serious in terms of information and privacy, because I see this as really undermining completely the integrity of Steam as a store, and whether or not you're making buying decisions because of how it can be manipulated. So let's go into that. So as I said, they insisted that to continue playing, you have to now log in with another account, an Epic Games account, and that's sure to make people pretty upset, right? But let's have a look here at the review scores. Usually, when a bad change happens on a game, the all-time reviews stay quite high, but the recent reviews will tank, because people will vent their anger about the recent change by review bombing this with downvotes. So the first thing that made me suspicious was that the recent reviews, even though they'd made this bad change and they hadn't added any good content, the recent reviews were sitting on mostly positive, like you see now. So that was a bit suspicious. Luckily, Steam offers a graph. You can see this graph here, which shows you reviews over time. Now this is really interesting. Have a look at this. See how there is an ordinary rate of positive reviews. There's an ordinary baseline rate at which this game generally gets negatively and positively reviewed each day. Now on the day that they changed it to require an Epic Games account, you can see that a massive influx of negative reviews came in, as I would expect. The weird part is that also on that day, existing old Steam accounts that have Rocket League all spontaneously decided to upvote the game almost in perfect balance with the downvotes that were happening. Okay, so that's super weird, right? Why would someone who has played this game for, in some cases, thousands of hours, owned it for many years, just all of a sudden decide that on this day, the day when it's getting review bombed because of an unfavorable change to the game, it would happen to get all of these positive reviews all of a sudden? So let's have a look at them, because it gets worse. If you go in to look at these reviews and you sort them by the most recent ones and you show only the positive ones, you will find that this is quite clearly the work of a network of bots. This is a bot network. Let's just look at these. Okay, here we have a review by someone. Generally the text here is less than a sentence, and it's something either generic or it's nonsense, or in the worst cases it's even little shilling marketing points that have been put in there in line with what Tencent wants people to believe. So let's get into this. So here we go. Wonderful fun. One product on account, so obviously that's Rocket League. And let's have a look at this guy's profile. Completely blank profile with only a handful of friends. This is a weird looking profile. For anyone who doesn't know what a normal Steam profile looks like, it's not this. So, alright. Okay, so look at this one. The review is so yummy. They've played for 45 hours and their account looks like this, completely blank. That doesn't even make sense, the text there. Look at this one. They've played for 455 hours, right? And just today they decide that this is the day they've got to give this game a positive review, right as it's being review bombed. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, here's another one. Really blank looking. The review is just the word yep. They had 1,146 hours and just today decided this is the day they're going to give this a thumbs up on an otherwise completely blank looking account. Okay, and a lot of these accounts do look legitimate, right? So don't get me wrong, like what do we got here? 300 hours, It's amazing. Account looks like, okay, that's another blank one. 10 stars, 100 hours, account. Yeah, so you can see some accounts that they're not completely blank the way that a lot of them are, but heaps of these bot accounts are just, they're blatantly obviously bot accounts because they have just absolutely no information on them. This one, at least, you can see there's quite a few friends there, quite a few bit of activity, so it makes that looks legitimate. And you know what, some of these will be legitimate. Good. Yeah, blank looking account. Yeah, blank looking account. You can see that this just goes on and on. Look at these. Look at the review text here. Good, very good, fun, amazing, good game, good. Yeah. There's no there's no substance to these, and there's a suspicious amount of hours. Look, you would think that someone with 2,000 hours of gameplay might decide to say something more than just nice game on this day in particular. Private profile, okay. This is a big deal because this means that what you're seeing here when you go to make your decision of whether or not you buy something is not necessarily true. It can actually be so manipulated. It can be manipulated to this degree that it would show positive where it would otherwise be deeply, deeply in the red, right? And this, I believe, is what most people make their purchasing decision off is the color of that text right there on the review score. So that's a big deal. Rocket League not only now insists that you use an Epic Games account, that Epic Games account, once you log in, it says that it can automatically add your friends from Steam. So already it has your entire Steam friends list visible to it, and therefore visible to Tencent and everyone else. That might not seem too important because it's a Steam account, it's just games, it's kind of a trivial piece of information being spied on, right? I think, when people are spending thousands of hours on something, it's going to be quite an important point of data in terms of building up a profile for who you are and what they can do in terms of your personality to manipulate you in certain ways, or market things to you, or make you vote certain ways. So it all adds up. Everything contributes to building that profile of who you are, and then that informs how someone can manipulate you. So the more that anyone knows, the worse it is, because they have a more complete picture of who you are. And it's fine for your friends and things to have a good picture of who you are. You would hope that they do. But it's not fine for some random Chinese tech company or American tech company like Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg. Like, it isn't fine that they should know intimate details about your personality, who you are, what kind of decisions you will make, and what kind of things motivate you. These are things people definitely should not know without your express permission in expressing that information to them. So yeah, I encourage you guys to dig into those reviews yourself and have a look for yourself, because it's right there, and I think it's really clear that this is a network of bots being used to manipulate Steam's review scores to this degree. So, please share this video, please make it known, and maybe if this got shared around enough, then Steam would actually react to what's happening here and maybe even prevent it or undo it or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I encourage you to get it out there. That's all I have right now, and I hope you have a good day. God bless.